Next, you want to do a sort of a late summer preparation of one of my favorite lamb. We're going to do a caponata. It's got a mixture of zucchini, yellow squash, some Roma tomatoes, some eggplant, and then the flavoring, I really like the mix, the blend. You have the sweet from the raisins, you have a little bit of bitter and salty from the black olives and capers, a little bit of textural crunch from the pine nuts, and then you have the vinegar, red wine vinegar. So it sort of melds those flavors together, which I really think offsets the taste of the lamb. So it's just a real simple caponata relish. Then I made a reduction of some reduced lamb stock, like a jus, with some balsamic vinegar. So it's a nice, almost like a balsamic little glaze. And then I'm going to finish that off with one of lamb's natural complements, is some chiffonade of fresh mint. People who don't like lamb need to try this. Icelandic lamb, you know, it's very mild. It doesn't have any of the connotation of gaminess that a lot of people put with lamb. It's very lean, it's very good for you. I mean, it doesn't have much fat. It's got a little bit of marbleization, but compared to beef cut, this has a lot more, less fat. Pan's pretty hot here. One thing when you're cooking in this high heat, always try to lay the meat away from you so that if you do splash oil, it will splash away from you and not on you. So, you know, it's so lean that you really want to cook this on the rare to medium rare side. If you don't, it becomes very sort of dry because there's not much marbleization in it, so it's so lean. So in the meantime, I'm going to get a little bit of mint ready for the pluche for a garnish if I wanted to. And then I'm going to take some leaves and just do a very quick chiffonade on it. I'm going to level it off now. We'll take a small ramekin mold and take some of this caponata. You can serve this hot like it is now. If you wanted to let it cool to room temperature, almost like a ratatouille type thing would be fine also. So the key is you want to let this loin and let it rest for 2 to 3 minutes. I like to leave the slices in a little bit larger slices. And we're going to take some of this balsamic lamb jus. And you don't want to pour right on top of the meat. You want to preserve the nice medium rare look of the meat and stuff. So we're going to just take this and just drizzle a little bit around. Take a little bit of the mint, and then if you want to take a small leaf and for the garnish. And then there's it's a pan-seared Icelandic lamb loin with a basil mint lamb jus reduction and a little bit of a nice caponata relish. Once you see where food comes from, when you go to the cod fisherman and bring it out of the water and see it that vibrantly fresh, going to the roundup and watching the sheep come down from the mountain after grazing for 3 months, it really makes my job so much easier.
In Iceland, it is not just some government agency or an environmental group that is concerned about keeping air, water, soil, and animals clean and free of chemicals. It's the people themselves who care.
For more information on fresh, local foods in your area, visit chefsafield.com.